Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's episode, we're going to take a look at some new casting news for the Cassian Andor Disney Plus series featuring a returning character from Rogue One. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee.
I have spoken.
Hello there to all of the returning subscribers, but if you're new to the channel and you're just finding Star Wars Coffee for the first time, be sure to always hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. And don't forget to check out Star Wars Coffee on Twitter and Twitch, and don't forget to check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise. Links are in the description below.
Do it!
And now let's go to a galaxy far, far away.
This is the way.
So we just got the official Skywalker Saga trailer for May the 4th on Star Wars Day. Disney just released a trailer for that. I have that up on the channel. Be sure to check that out. They really made the prequels visually stunning. Like, this is definitely well done remastering. It looks fantastic. But anyway, going to the Cassian Andor news. StarWars.com has released a new casting news for Cassian Andor titled New Casting Announced for Cassian Andor Live Action Series. Genevieve O'Reilly, Denise Goh, Stellan Skarsgård, and Kyle Soller jump aboard the series, headed exclusively to Disney+. The actor who portrayed Mon Mothma on Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, is among 4 new cast members just announced for the live-action Cassian Andor series coming to Disney+. Star Diego Luna will be joined by Genevieve O'Reilly, who will reprise her role as Mon Mothma, Rogue One, Tin Can, as well as newly announced co-stars Stellan Skarsgård, Pirates of the Caribbean, At World's End, Good Will Hunting, Denise Goh, Angels in America, and Kyle Soller, Anna Karenina, and The Titan. Tony Gilroy, who co-wrote Rogue One, will direct and serve as showrunner for the series, which takes place 5 years before the events of Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Additional writers on the Star Wars series include Dan Gilroy, who did Nightcrawler, Beau Willimon, who was on House of Cards, and Stephen Schiff, who wrote on The Americans. A release date for the series has not yet been announced. And then we go over to get that timeline where Cassian Andor is going to be fitting in terms of our canon, in terms of the Disney canon, which we have Rogue One. So remember, Rogue One, by the time that film ends, is 19 minutes before the start of A New Hope. And Rogue One begins before that, obviously, and so we have 5 years before that into the Cassian series. So it takes place between Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One. So that's where the Cassian Andor series is going to take place. And remember, for reference, the Kenobi series is going to take place after Revenge of the Sith and before A New Hope. But we're not sure as to whether or not it takes place after the Cassian series. So it kind of depends on where that fits in, but we know that they're going to be roughly in the same time period. And IGN has a pretty good report on this. Here's when the Cassian Andor series takes place in the Star Wars timeline, with the news that Genevieve O'Reilly will reprise her role as Senator Mon Mothma for the Disney Plus Cassian Andor prequel series, making the 4th time the actress has donned the Rebels Alliance leader robes. Also comes the exact placement of the series on the Star Wars timeline. While announcing the casting, noted the series would take place 5 years before the events of Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. So that's 5 years before the suicide mission to steal the Death Star plans and Rogue One, and the subsequent Battle of Yavin. Diego Luna will be reprising his role as Cassian Andor alongside fellow Rogue Oneer Alan Tudyk, who will once again voice the deadpan droid K2SO. Tony Gilroy, who co-wrote Rogue One, will write, direct, and serve as showrunner for the series, having replaced Stephen Schiff. That's the other reason that we're taking a look at this, is I knew this, but I can't remember if I covered this before. So, Tony Gilroy, who co-wrote Rogue One, who directed the reshoots, who was a big part in it after Gareth Edwards had completed principal photography, was originally, the showrunner, Stephen Schiff. So, Tony Gilroy, who had a massive hand and the end result of Rogue One, is now going to be the showrunner. So what that means is, in simple translation, if you liked Rogue One a lot, you'll probably like this a lot too, considering Tony Gilroy is at the helm of this project. And VFX supervisor Neil Scanlon, who has also hinted the series might repurpose unused characters and creatures from past Star Wars projects. I have a video on that. The thumbnail is the Cassian returning characters with a picture of the Oracle behind Cassian from The Rise of Skywalker. That's been hinted at might be involved in some way. And so, a lot is actually happening in this Cassian Andor series within the last couple of weeks. It had been like completely dead silent for a long period of time. I believe that playlist that I made for that on the channel, if you want to recapture all of the news, originally had like 3-4 videos up until a couple weeks ago, and we just keep getting more Cassian news. And I really hope, the reason I keep covering this is because personally I'm excited for it, and at some point everybody's going to focus on it when it comes closer to release, and I'm just really excited for this. I think Diego Luna is going to do a great job. The character of Cassian was great. I really like the build-up of content in canon we have for anything before the original trilogy to kind of help better ground the prequels. As George Lucas has said himself, he's not the best writer of dialogue. I tend to agree with him on that. The Clone Wars has done a fantastic job filling in the prequel gaps, making the story much better. Dialogue is fantastic, and I just think the more we can develop this full universe between the Skywalker saga is going to be great. I think the timeline, as I've stated in several videos before, needs to end at the end of Episode 9, and that's where peace is actually there. But I'm very excited to see where this Cassian Andor series go. Remember, it's going to be a spy thriller, so if that's something that's interesting to you, imagine a Star Wars twist to it with K2SO. So that's what I have for you guys here today. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you, and the Force be with you. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it.
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.